Drider doing the cult's work. The Absolute's claws have dug deep.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him. Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
Daniel! He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe. You've been trapped in the Shadowfell for a century. Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century? You're Halsin. Daniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes. Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Mom. Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin. Thaniel is trapped in the Shadowfell, but thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. Now I must go there, alone. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs. Good. Now it's important that only I pass through the portal once it opens. The magic is fragile. Any mistake, and our one chance will be lost forever. It took me years of study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil. Pray that this works. Oakfather, hear me. Aid me. Force open the jaws of darkness. Make passage for your vessel of light. It's ready. I'll return with Thaniel as soon as possible. Stay close to the portal. Buy me what time you can.
It's hot in here. Ought to do it.
Better get back soon.
On my way. Go time. That's it.
Yes, warriors. Some must have fallen to the curse.
Onward.
Blood comes easy these days. Push my luck again.
What's the gun?
Shall we dance? Into the shadows.
It's done. I have him. But something's wrong. Dreadfully wrong. No. It can't be. No. But some part of him is missing. He's hollow. I need to examine him back at the camp. Come see us when you can.
Breathe quiet. Move with care. Open up.
Something over there.
Thank you for bringing Danis back to me. I really don't know what I'd do without him.
The lucky stars.
Can't sleep, so I might as well hammer. Need anything? I'll be here if you need anything else.
Got to trust Jaheira to come up with it. I do.
See any movement out there?
See if there's anything you need. We don't know when the next blow might land. Take care now.
It's for a good cause. I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy.
Yes? I'm sure you would. If you're done rifling through my things.
Rider doing the cult's work. The Absolute's claws have dug deep. They've gathered an entire army. What's one lost soldier among thousands?
I agree, sir. This gives us time to regroup.
Tragedy. Worse than that. A crime.
Perfectly fine. The accommodation leaves much to be desired, but...
Take a moment, Bran. Savor our victory over the Drider.
I'll celebrate when Ketheric's dead. Not before.
We're still alive, Bran. That's worth a cheer at the very least.
Have you ever known me to cheer?
There's always a first time.
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Good. We'll leave soon, and we don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom. Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march, I wager.
We're with you.
Seems that way.
Sir. But we're exhausted.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Still alive. So that's progress. So now what? We just... wait. Hope the Trousseau comes through.
Yes, we wait. If we're called, we join the fight against Ketheric. And with the true soul, we will land the final...
What's on your mind?
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear?
Thaniel is resting, but it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold. It's both simple and not. We need to find Thaniel's missing half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else. And you saw this boy yourself. That can't be a coincidence. But we need to be sure. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. This doesn't have to be your burden alone. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute... anything. Just say the word. Your ranks are full. You'll need to make an opening for me, if I'm to follow you. I'm with you.
Never a dull moment.
What comes now?
Looking ahead.
A Drider doing the cult's work. The Absolute's claws have dug deep.
Its death was surely a great blow to the cult.
They've gathered an entire army. What's one lost soldier among thousands?
won fair and square. There's no point in playing again. I want a challenge.
Though shrouded in shadows, the child's resemblance to Thaniel is unmistakable. This must be his dark half, warped by the curse.
Go on, find someone else to play with. Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I made a family for myself. I get to play all the time. Yes, I do. You can't make me do anything. I don't want to play with you anymore.
He's fled. We need to track him down. Wherever the curse is the strongest, that's where he'll go. That's where he'll feel safe.
Let's move.
Tactical.
I'll make my own fun if I have to. And my own friends.
Enemies afoot. Let every enemy of nature fall.
One, two.
You want to play? Let me show you my favorite toy. alone? Why can't I just stay here, playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here! And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child. But he doesn't truly know that.
He's nothing to me. He left me here all this time. I had to do everything for myself. Even when it was scary, even when I was alone. I didn't give up. But would he even want me back? I've changed. A lot. So I wouldn't have to make up friends to play with anymore. I'd have someone real. I'd like that. And he would too, I think. All right, I'll do it. I want to do it.
Well done.
Are you crying? You're a bit big to be crying. But I suppose that's okay. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel when we can. Sylvanus' blessings.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
The druid Halsin spoke to me while I was sleeping. He spoke of you. Said that you fought shadow and spite to restore me. 100 years of sickness almost ended. I feel every root that riddles the earth beginning to unfold. But there is one anchor, still holding the shadows in place. The soul that brought it into being, for the land to heal. Ketheric Thorm must die.
Halsin's proved himself a fine ally already. He'll be useful in battle, if those tree trunk arms are an indication.
Halsin is such a delight. Woe to the cultist who tangles with that thick hunk of an elf.
Halsin is one hench elf. I'm impressed. And glad he's on our side.
These lands may not be under the thrall of Lady Shah for much longer. No matter. She wishes for Ketheric Thorm to be punished. Her darkness was a blessing offered before he betrayed her. She can redirect her powers elsewhere once he is cast down. Your dance card is full. Lose a partner and there'll be room for me. Lead the way, then.
A savvy move recruiting Halsin to our cause. While I'm adept at most forms of weave manipulation, druidic magic is not my area of expertise. He will make for a most useful option to have in reserve.
I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked.
You wish to consult me? Then speak. Very well.
Oakfather preserve you. Only by a reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt. There is much to admire, judging by the stories. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Defended the Grove, Korga, the Shadow Druids. At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal. Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is. So do I. But one duty at a time. Druids and Harpers joined together to put a stop to Ketheric Thorm. We marched on Moonrise, and after much fighting, we prevailed. Even in defeat, though, Ketheric turned to Shah. Not long after we sealed him away in his tomb, the Shadow Curse took hold. No one had seen the likes of it before. No one knew how to react. Then it started to claim all those within its reach. Those who had survived the battles now fell to the Shadows, became part of the Shadows. And worst of all, I lost contact with Thaniel. I wanted to try and find him, but we couldn't stay. We would have all succumbed. When the Archdruid of the Grove, my predecessor, was seized by the curse, I had to lead the survivors to safety. That was my first day as Archdruid. An inauspicious beginning. You're right. But the work is not yet done. Not while Ketheric Thorm still draws breath. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded. It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that. Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the Shadow Curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve. Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know, well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks. You're right. Sometimes I think people look at me and imagine my feelings can't be hurt. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Oh, well. Your choice, of course. Anytime.
How's the barricade coming along?
Got to have a plan first. But it can take trust Jahira to come up with one.
Yeah, I need to.
Jahira wants to know about supplies when we make it home.
Burning through our oil, but it should just about do.
Just about?
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
Blood, this is heavy. This place gives me the...
Seems someone's been skimming The our shadows supply. haven't consumed you. Good. A search burdened by unnatural darkness. But don't let that discourage you. Then speak. The same way hoppers learn of anything. Poking noses where they don't belong. We sent an agent to infiltrate this cult. The latest fad among the city's bored nobility, I thought. Until that same agent returned and tried to plant a knife in my neck. My first encounter with a true soul. I'm glad ours ended on friendlier terms. From there, I made some inquiries of my own. Saw firsthand how easily the cult could turn friend to foe with but the twist of a tadpole. And so I gathered my harpers and came to the source. Moonrise Towers. Ugh. Some crusty balladmonger, I expect. They have me slaying gods, or laying with them, depending on the bard. You'll have to sing that one for me when all of this is done. In any case, it was a lifetime ago by now. And for all our victories, we remain on the back foot. We fight, we die, and we just hope that when our time comes, there is someone else to take our place. That remains to be seen. Criterion number 1, make Ketheric bleed. Criterion 2, survive that thing in your skull.
Take a moment, Bram.
That might be worth a look.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
Ooh, spooky.
Ah, greed. My favorite virtue. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead. Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role. Ah, I had an inkling that was one of your main motivators. Delighted to see it confirmed. You're welcome to give it your best shot, of course. It's just that, well, the man has proven to be more or less resilient to death, which is not the only obstacle you're likely to face. My dear friend, I think you'll find I play my part in many a plot indeed. Cannot the same be said for you these days, true soul? There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long, tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed. Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action. This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps?
What are we talking here? Lemur? Pit fiend? Orthon?
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot. Listen here, Pipsqueak. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. And don't think I've forgotten your tale, Astarion. When the beast is dead, I'll consider that payment enough to translate those scars of yours.
A fairer deal than I expected.
You wound me, Spawn. I always deal fairly. And will close this particular deal soon enough. Vanquish the beast, and all will be revealed.
All these dark justices slain in battle. They must have a stronghold nearby, or a temple.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear? I'd trust a devil over a vampire any day. I think he likes us. This is the first chance I've had to decipher my scars. Be a dear. Don't get in my way.
What's on your mind?
It's about time Halsin actually stepped up and joined us properly. He's certainly been taking up space at camp for long enough. sigils. Attempts to restrain Lady Shah's power, perhaps. Failed attempts.
General Form's will alone. Not wanted. Not needed. Leave.
Here lies Melodia Thorm, beloved wife and mother. E Amiel Telere Manon here.
Eye-catching insignia. Not sure what it means, though.
No one. A crooked touch.
All is ash and meat. Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
That might be worth
curious.
Looks like there's a temple under this place. And something deadly sealed inside it. An open
There's
tomb.
more to this place.
Empty.
I'm sure of it.
Not ominous
Lady
in the
Shah's presence
slightest.
is near.
Nothing. It must have been disarmed.
Sosun Elg Oloth.
Isabel's sarcophagus, before Ketheric brought her back.
Moonrise Towers. It makes the urge hiss within. It was part of your disgrace. But how? Moonrise Towers. It makes the urge hiss within. It was part of your disgrace. But how? Ketheric lost his daughter, but the bastard knows why you lost everything. Ketheric, helming a Sharan army. He's hiding his own past, just as he's keeping pieces of yours.
Well, hello.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Ketherick lost his daughter, but the bastard knows why you lost everything.
May the darkness protect you. That almost is doing a great deal of heavy lifting. That man changes allegiances more frequently than a courtesan changes their bed sheets. At least he's proof you can turn from Shah and live to tell the tale. Though some may not call that living.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear?
Copper for your thoughts.
That disc must be the way forward.
Where will it bring us, though?
That's curious.
Something over there.
Dedicated to the goddess Shah. Which probably isn't good news.
Shah, singer of eternal night, protector of the lost and forgotten. Cross from light into darkness. Give your life to the shadows. Offer your pain to Shah's embrace. Hear the night song. The answer lies in darkness.
Shah's warriors must not be caught, must not be tricked. Only loss awaits the unworthy.
A voice. Is that Shah herself who speaks? What the hells was that?
The Dark Lady's path lies in darkness. Perhaps that is how I can proceed. Looks like a trap there.
Don't touch me.
Can't give up now.
Someone there? Traps. How considerate. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us. Be careful. There are traps about.
That glowing ring seems promising. Better than getting laid out on my back again.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
No more getting knocked down. That ring's the key.
Trap.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
No time to rest.
That glowing ring seems promising. Better than getting laid out on my back again. That glowing ring seems promising. Better than getting laid out on my back again.
Again. But that glowing ring.
The rain of night comes in 1,000 falling leaves.
No more getting knocked down. That ring's the key. No more getting knocked down. That ring's the key. No more getting knocked down. That ring's the key.
That glowing ring seems promising. Better than getting laid out on my back again.
No more getting knocked down. That ring's the key. No more getting knocked down. That ring's the key.
Careful, I bite. Should be easy.
Let's get going.
Prime spot for an ambush.
Shall we cut and run?
Let's move.
Easy.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow? Always room for more.
I do like it down here. It's nice. Homey.
This is a dedication to my goddess's power and dark beauty. Homey is not the first word that comes to mind.
Feed your bodies and rest your minds. Lady Shah needs her warriors strong and ready.
Even the rats have the good sense to pay homage to Lady Shah. A place of offering to the Dark Lady. May she embrace the entire world.
Your silent gesture vanishes into a pitiless, dark void. Your heart aches faintly with an inexplicable feeling of loss.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Keep your distance, darling. Oh, for a skeleton key.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You prowl my battleground.
You find yourself in a dead, putrid skull, somehow hosting a tadpole amongst a squirm of maggots. Another presence lurks within, manipulating the corpse like a puppet.
A friend. An uninvited friend. I do not request help. Did she now? Enter. I will see if I have any use for you. Stinking pile of ogre aftermath! The quakes herald the shadows. They found me. Trespasser. Merkel's fat lapdog.
forever, pal. Poor fucker. Under their noses.
Go for the throat. Don't linger.
If this is worth the cost.
Focus straight through.
Hungry for the slaughter. A better position.
Covered.
No choice but to keep going.
Not the one with the marrow pots.
Finally, we can talk face to face. Not just any true soul would have succeeded in following my path through this place. You should be pleased. General Thorn? Rubbish. Everything is at hand here. Z'rell merely envies the General's faith in me. I am in the midst of a grand strategy. But you're here now, and I may be able to put those limbs to work. You know what's at stake here, I take it.
It comes back to you. Balthazar headed a monastic order that controlled a place called Amkethran in the deserts of Kalimshan, but he is long dead from what you recall.
Oh, him. Yes, I decided to take his name for myself. After taking his rib bones. Suits me better, I think. But enough idle chatter. Keep to the matter at hand. You do know what's at stake here, yes? Interesting. And private. Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my creations kill you right now, thief. usefulness may outweigh your insolence for now, there are much grander things at stake. The Night Song is my finest creation. If I never exceed myself, I will still die happy. Not that I ever intend to do something as gauche as truly dying, of course. Now, given your prying nature, I have work for you as a scout. The Night Song lends the General his strength, his invulnerability. It must be recovered before his enemies attempt to exploit it. And spoil the surprise? I think not. But let's just say that the Night Song was a unique specimen even before I began my work. Words, even my words, are woefully insufficient. When you see for yourself, you will understand. I do not need you or your help, but you are here in spite of that, so I may as well make use of you. The Night Song is close, but the way is barred, and Shah's dead are uncooperative. Clear the path for me by blade, cunning, or whatever it takes. I will remain here until you have succeeded, or fallen.
I'd trust this gas bag about as far as I can throw him, which isn't far. But perhaps better to play along, for now.
Fine. I will assign Flesh to aid you on your way. Ring this bell, and he will come. My brother is no intellectual powerhouse, but he is strong, loyal, and punctual. Should a fight turn against you, remember the bell. In part, yes. My poor unborn twin. Mother always resented me for it, said I strangled him in the womb. If you can believe such tripe. Besides, once I developed my powers, I fetched him from the graveyard and brought him back. Gave him a new, better body. Alas, Mother was not pleased. We're still close. She's in a jar on the shelf. Over there. Flesh will remain here until called. But don't fear. He has very sharp hearing. I chose his ears myself. Now, get to work. And a pipette. Now!
Something in the air down here. It's like this place wants to be forgotten.
The Gauntlet of Shah. I can't believe it. I can't believe we found the Dark Lady's sacred crucible. Overwhelming. Worship of Lady Shah is usually discreet by nature. Her holy sites have to be modest, well hidden. But that place... I never knew such grandeur had been built in her honor. I know. I can scarcely believe it's real. But I saw it with my own eyes. Felt the polished stone walls raised in Lady Shah's honor. Normally, it would not be for me to pursue becoming a Dark Justiciar without a superior's command. But this is different. My lady wanted me to find this place. I know it. The Gauntlet of Shah is no ordinary temple. It is the highest test of the Dark Lady's faithful. to judge if they are worthy of becoming a Dark Justiciar. The gauntlet has double meaning. It speaks of the ordeals to be overcome, and of the armor-clad fist of Lady Shar that would embrace the worthy. Survive the crushing gauntlet, and be embraced by the Night Singer at its very core. The old ways were lost over time. Now some claim the rank simply by killing a single Selûnite. But before, they were a true elite. Many would attempt the trials, but few would succeed.
A good one, not the one with the marrow.
Yes. This temple certainly is grand. Well, it's a rundown bearing the weight of centuries sort of grand, which is my favorite kind, incidentally.
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
I feel the weave growing more distant by the moment. We walk Shar's path now. Best we don't spend too long in her shadow.
I'd be delighted.
Though, someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course.
Shar's domain indeed. Despair and discarded memories lurking in every shadow.
Even when the faithful abandon them, sacred places do not lose their power. Be on your guard.
A temple dedicated to Shar. More than a temple, perhaps. A proving ground. This must be where Ketheric Thorm grew his dark-cloaked ranks.
Shar's spirit lingers here. The air's thick with lies and trickery.